Hey, hey, it's Lisa. And in today's training, we're going to talk about how to build a scalable six-figure coaching business to match and exceed your corporate salary in as little as 6 months. All right. And we're going to do this without burning out. And even if you've never run a business before, it's a step-by-step game plan to replace your corporate income so you can create the freedom, impact, and fulfillment you've always dreamed of. Sound good? All right. Let's talk about who this is for. This is for executives who are feeling stuck in their corporate careers, overwhelmed by the idea of starting a coaching business, and craving the freedom and impact of a business that aligns with their values and their lifestyle. If you've ever wanted a clear path to build a business that allows you to leave the corporate grind and thrive financially without compromising your health or your relationships, then this is for you. Here's what we're going to cover today: a four-step game plan to build a scalable coaching business in as little as 6 months, even if you've never coached before. The real reason why you feel stuck in your career and overwhelmed by the idea of pivoting, and what you can do today to create freedom, impact, and financial abundance. Why following generic business advice is the absolute worst way to start your coaching business, and a radical new approach that works 10 times better. And a way to finally step into the confident, empowered CEO your future clients deserve, with all the financial and personal freedom that comes with it. So here's my promise to you: a start to finish game plan to build your coaching business so you can create the life you've always wanted. A life filled with freedom, fulfillment, and financial independence. Here's a little bit about me and why you should even listen to me. I'm Lisa McPhee. I'm the founder and CEO of Lisa McPhee Coaching Academy. I spent over 20 years working in leadership roles for Fortune 500 companies. In 2019, at the age of 49, I got unexpectedly fired, and I decided that I would never put the fate of my financial future in the hands of another organization again. Over the past 6 years, I've been helping executives replace their corporate salary by building successful coaching and consulting businesses aligned with their passions and values, leveraging all of those years in corporate. The vast majority of our clients were able to achieve this even if they had no prior business experience and no idea where to start. And today I'm going to show you exactly how they did it. But before we dive in, let me just check in with you and ask if any of this sounds like you. Are you feeling stuck in a corporate role that no longer excites you or fulfills you? You've dreamed of starting a coaching business or a consulting business, but you feel overwhelmed by where to start. You've tried to piece together advice from free webinars, podcasts, or social media, but it's left you more confused than ever. And most of all, you're terrified of waking up 5 years from now in the same unfulfilling role, wondering why you didn't make the leap. Or maybe you're between jobs, you got let go, or you've left your prior role and you're thinking this is a good time to start, but you're still on the fence about, should I go back to corporate? I don't really know what to do. I have a lot of clients who started like that as well. If any of that sounds like you, then the real problem isn't you. The problem is that you don't have a system for building a premium aligned coaching business that replaces your corporate income and lights you up inside. And I'm going to hand you that system today. But for now, just know this: once you have this system, you will wake up every day excited to work on something that lights you up. You will attract high paying clients who value your expertise. You'll create a business that supports your ideal lifestyle, so there'll be no more settling. And you'll walk into any room radiating confidence because you're finally in alignment with who you were born to be. And you'll never have to feel that crushing regret of knowing you lived your life for someone else's dream. Here's the bottom line: there is a proven system that will allow you to build a successful coaching business without sacrificing your financial security, and even if you've never been an entrepreneur before. With this system, everything works. And without it, nothing works. And I know this because I lived the nothing works, and I promise you, everything working is so much better. But this means that everything that you've been feeling, all of that self-doubt, all of that anxiety, all of the guilt about not living up to your potential, none of that is your fault. Okay, I really, really want you to hear this. You just didn't have the system to make it work. And now you will, because I'm going to hand it over to you right now. And once you have it, you're going to wake up every day feeling excited to work on something that actually lights you up, something you're excited about, something that inspires you, something that fuels you. You'll attract high-paying clients who value your expertise. They want to learn from you, and they value all of those years that you've spent in your corporate role. You'll create a business that supports your ideal lifestyle. So no more settling. You don't have to take less money just because you're starting a business. And you'll finally have the freedom to leave that corporate world behind you for good. Sound good? All right. Before we dive into the power system, let's talk about what not to do. All right. If you're like most executives I talk to, you're making at least one of these three mistakes right now, and they're quietly sabotaging your success before you even start. And no judgment, because I've done these things too, which is why I know about them. So let's look at them right now. Mistake number one is following generic business advice. This is absolutely terrible advice. Most one size fits all strategies don't consider your unique strengths, your unique values, or the audience that you are specifically speaking to or that you want to work with. They focus on cookie cutter tactics instead of building a strong foundation aligned with who you really are. And following generic advice often leads to burnout, confusion, and inconsistent results. Here's why this is dumb. It really disconnects you from your own genius and leaves you chasing strategies that just don't feel good and they don't work. And the bottom line is there's a much better way to build a business, one that feels aligned and actually works for you. Look, we are all unique, and it's really important to understand that, to appreciate it, and to in order to stand in your worth and your value, you have to understand that you are unique and that is your superpower. And when I started my business, I didn't fully own that, and so I cannot stress enough like how important it is to really build a business that feels aligned and true and ethical to you. I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a minute. Mistake number two, trying to do it alone. Spending countless hours Googling or consuming free content won't give you a clear and actionable roadmap. Without expert guidance, it's easy to focus on all the wrong things and spin your wheels and stall your progress because you're constantly overthinking about what the next step is, right? This often leads to wasted time, missed opportunities, and loss of confidence. And why this is so destructive is because it keeps you stuck in indecision, feeling like maybe you're just not cut out for this, while others who have support and mentorship race ahead of you. It's so frustrating to see that happen. The bottom line is that success comes faster when you have expert mentorship and a supportive community to guide you. So you're not, spinning your wheels, trying to figure it all out by yourself. That's exactly what I'm going to show you how to plug into in just a moment. Mistake number three is waiting until everything is perfect. I know, I know. You're probably a recovering perfectionist. I get it. I am too. Perfectionism keeps you stuck in planning mode, though, instead of taking bold, imperfect action. In order to build your confidence, you need to get into action because getting into action is the thing that builds confidence and keeps you moving in a forward direction. You're never going to feel 100% ready, and waiting only delays your success and prolongs your pain. And this mindset prevents you from gaining real world experience, building confidence, and creating that momentum that you so desperately desire. And why this is such a mistake is because the longer you wait, the more your confidence erodes and the more regret you'll carry for not starting sooner. There's truly nothing worse than getting up every day and feeling like, ugh, I should have started earlier. I should have started sooner. And then the longer you sit in that, you just spiral, right? It's like this pit that you keep going down. And trust me, I get it again, no judgment, because I've made all of these mistakes myself, which is how I know about them. The bottom line, the best time to start is now, right now. That's why you're watching this training, right? To get started. And all of these mistakes, following generic advice, trying to figure it out alone, waiting for perfection or the perfect time, they're silently keeping you stuck exactly where you are. So if those don't work, let's talk about what does. It brings me to the system that I mentioned earlier. Let me walk you through it right now. I call it the power system, and it has four parts. P, position your niche and irresistible offer. The O, own your premium transformation program. W, win the hearts of your ideal client with your magnetic personal brand. E, engineer a scalable sales and content engine, right? We want to build a profitable, scalable system. And then rise into your unshakable CEO mindset when you have all this set up. Okay, let me walk you through the whole thing right now. Step one, position your niche and irresistible offer. This is the P in power. The first step is signing premium clients and reclaiming your confidence. Sorry, the first step to signing premium clients and reclaiming your confidence is to position your niche and irresistible offer rooted in your unique genius. This isn't about guessing what the market wants or copying what someone else is doing. It's about excavating your professional expertise, your lived story, and your unique value, and packaging it into a premium solution so specific and powerful that your dream clients feel like you're speaking directly to them. Look, if you can speak to your clients or your ideal clients or your prospects, I don't like to call them prospects. I like to call them your ideal clients. My sales hat just kicked in for a minute. If you can speak to them and identify or speak in a way that makes them feel like you know what's going on with them better than they do, if you can articulate it better than they can, then they instantly trust you. They instantly trust you because they feel like you're in their head and you really get it, right? It works because it immediately positions you as the trusted guide they've been searching for and not just another generic coach. This is the opposite of mistake number one, following generic business advice that doesn't honor your unique strengths and doesn't resonate with your specific audience, right? So one of the reasons that my content resonates with a certain profile with you is, I'm guessing, because, well, I know why my content resonates with people, but because I'm an executive coach and I was an executive, and I teach people how to build a scalable, profitable business because I have a scalable, profitable business, right? Like I have real lived world experience. And when I speak, it's about prior experiences, lived experience, like things that I've actually done in my life. And so you want to do the exact same thing with your experience, right? You didn't work 20, 30 years in a role or in, building this beautiful career so that you weren't going to continue using it, right? Like that is your superpower. All right, so let's talk about how to do this. So first, you want to identify your transformation story and extract the insights that sets you apart. Then you define your ideal client's biggest pain and deepest desire in their words, not your words. It's really important to speak to your ideal client in language that they would use to describe what's going on with them. And finally, you craft a premium offer that delivers the transformation at a price that honors your brilliance, right? So you want to create an offer that brings your ideal client to some sort of transformation, And you price it so that it is aligned with the transformation or the value that you're delivering. This is so much smarter than underpricing yourself and offering generic life coaching because it allows you to stand out, attract committed clients, and build a sustainable business without chasing scraps or burning out. When you do this right, you'll feel that magnetic clarity and confidence of knowing exactly who you serve and exactly what you stand for. You'll have dream clients reaching out saying, hey, how can I work with you? And you'll finally feel proud and powerful again, knowing that your experience matters. Look, there's nothing more rewarding than when someone reaches out to you and says, I read your post about a story and it really resonated with me. That's exactly what happened to me. How can I hop on a call with you to see how you can help me? I know that you're the perfect coach for me. It's pretty amazing. You'll never again feel invisible and undervalued. This is the first step to go from the nightmare of golden handcuffs to the dream of an aligned premium business. Understand who you want to serve and what your irresistible offer is. Do you see why this makes so much more sense than mistake number one and just following generic advice? Like when I first started coaching, I hired a coach who I learned a lot from him, but I didn't leverage my corporate experience at all. And it was a huge, huge miss because I was just following advice that, of course, it worked for him, but he was a marketer, right? And I was like, he'd never worked a corporate job before. And I work with corporate, like my ideal client are women in corporate, right? And executives who work corporate jobs. So if I'm being taught by somebody who's never done that, sure, they can teach me a lot of things about marketing, about messaging, all of those things, but they don't really understand me and they don't really understand my client, right? So for you, you understand who you want to serve, probably because you have some lived experience around that, right? And that's what you want to capitalize on. That's what you want to pull out because that's your superpower, right? So you want to work with somebody who understands that, but you also want to really don't forget about that because that's the thing that your prospective clients will gravitate to you because of. Does that make sense? Okay. Step number two is to own your premium transformation program. This is the O in power. You need to own your premium transformational program and deliver massive results for your clients. Here's the truth. Premium clients don't just want time with you. They want a clear, structured path to real change. None of this like under promise, over deliver. No, they want you to tell them what the transformation is going to be. They want to understand what the price is. They're perfectly willing to pay that. And they want you to deliver on that promise. That's it, right? Nobody wants extra modules, extra time. They want the transformation that you promise in the shortest amount of time possible. Think about it, right? Like I help clients start a business in 12 weeks. You want that done in 12 weeks, right? You don't want extra time. You don't want it to take 6 months. You don't want it to take a year. You want it to be 12 weeks. If I say it's going to be 12 weeks, right? When you create a premium program designed to deliver tangible, emotional, and lasting transformation, you're no longer just another service provider. You are a trusted leader. This works because it creates immediate trust. It attracts serious, high value, ready to invest clients and ensures that you can scale without getting stuck in the time for money traps. Unlike mistake number two, copying someone else's program or winging it, this makes you proud of what you're offering and confident to charge what it's worth because you know what you're delivering. This way, you can attract premium clients without discounting, over delivering, or second guessing yourself. Make sense? Okay, here's why this is working so well right now. What we're discovering is that clients are craving depth and specificity, not generic coaching packages, right? Like, who wants a coaching package? I mean, maybe some people do, but what's the delivery? What are they getting for that besides time with you? What's the transformation, right? If I'm going to be paying big bucks for something, I want to have a transformational experience and I want to have a transformational result at the end of that experience. This means there's a massive opportunity to craft a program so aligned with your story and your client's desires that no one else can replicate it. When you do this right, you'll stand out as a premium provider. You'll attract your dream clients who respect and value you and feel deeply fulfilled knowing you're delivering real transformation. Look, there's nothing better than having clients say how much you have changed their life and knowing that you put your heart into something that you feel really passionate about and it's received in the same manner. Like you know without a doubt that you are changing people's lives. It's the best feeling in the world. Do you see why this is a much better way to build your business than mistake number two? Okay, step number three is win hearts with your personal magnetic brand. This is the W in power. Once that's done, once you have your offer and your transformation, sorry, your niche identified and your transformational program mapped out, then what you want to do is win the hearts of your ideal client with a magnetic personal brand and a message that makes you unforgettable. This is powerful for so many reasons. It's a true expression of courage because you're really standing in your power and your message and what you believe in. It allows you to show up as the visionary CEO that your clients need most, right? Like your clients want a visionary. They want someone who sees what's possible for them, right? Like somebody who inspires them to take action and delivers an outcome, right? That's going to change their life. You get to skip over all that invisibility and overthinking and go straight to being seen, known, and trusted. How awesome is that? See, right now, if you're like most high achieving women, you believe you have to play it safe. You have to sound professional to blend in because that's what you had to do in corporate, right? If you keep seeing it that way, it is going to lead straight to the nightmare of being overlooked and undervalued while less qualified coaches take the clients you were meant to serve. So instead, we craft a bold, authentic personal brand and a message that positions you as the obvious choice. Obviously, it's you, right? Obviously. Here's how it works. We strip away the corporate speak, strip it away because nobody speaks like that outside of corporate, frankly. And we uncover your unapologetic voice. You get to be bold, you get to stand in your power, you get to own your message. And then we shape that message that speaks directly to your client's deepest fears and their desires, right? We want to speak to the higher version of your client, what's possible for them and what's keeping them stuck. And then we position you as the trusted authority with the exact story and skill set that they need because you have the exact skill set, right? It's about extracting that story from your lived experience. This is incredible because right now, what your clients really need is to feel seen, to feel understood, and to feel safe in your hands. And this step allows you to meet that need without chasing and without selling out your integrity, right? Nobody wants to build a business or just put a message out there that doesn't feel aligned. Like if it doesn't feel good, and this is what I teach my clients, right? I guide my clients to where they want to go, but you also want them to feel good, right? To feel like they're doing things in integrity, and you want to feel like you're doing things in integrity. And when you do and say things and your message is really aligned with who you are and what you believe in, it's so easy to create content and to put yourself out there because you feel really empowered. You feel like, oh, this resonates with people. I know they need it, and I know that I'm helping people. And over time, this creates unstoppable demand in your business where clients come to you already sold because your brand speaks to their soul. Do you see how that works? It's pretty awesome. And then finally, step four is to engineer your scalable sales and content engine. This is the E in power, right? Finally, once all that is done, you need to engineer a client getting engine, right? Like now that you have everything built, you have to get clients. So you want to build your client getting engine that brings in premium clients consistently without working around the clock, right? We're not trading one hell for another here. The whole goal is to build a profitable, scalable sales engine so that you are getting clients on repeat and you have predictable revenue each month, right? Super important. Here's how this gets you all the way to your dream business. Once you've positioned your niche, owned your program, and built your magnetic brand, the final piece is a simple, repeatable, ethical system that turns visibility into premium clients on autopilot. Now, it's really important that you execute this correctly. You need to build a scalable engine that's rooted in authentic connection and trust, right? Not sleazy tactics so you can grow without hustling, so you can grow without hustling or burning out, right? You don't want to be following some advice or some sales tactic that doesn't feel good to you, right? Because number one, you won't do it. And if you do it, you're not going to do it in a way that draws in people. People will feel that energy and it will repel them. It's really important to feel aligned, right? To feel aligned, to feel ethical, to feel good about what you're putting out there. But when you've done that, you're on a beautiful trajectory toward waking up every morning to inquiries, contracts signed, and revenue growing while you focus on what you love. Does that make sense? Okay, when everything is said and done, you'll have a clear niche and an irresistible offer positioned perfectly. You'll be able to easily own your premium program and confidently charge what you're worth. Your relationship with your clients will transform because of the trust your magnetic brand builds. It's really is a beautiful thing. And you'll see consistent demand and revenue thanks to your scalable client getting engine. And you'll rise because you have all of this in place. Then you rise into your unshakable CEO mindset, finally proud of who you are and what you've created. And you'll become the kind of woman who inspires everyone around her because you'll be living proof of what happens when you claim your power. Once you have this, you have a start to finish system for going from trapped, undervalued employee to empowered, confident CEO of a premium coaching business in as little as the next 12 weeks. All right. Do you see how powerful this is? Like I said, everything you've been feeling, second guessing yourself, feeling invisible, wondering if you're too late, none of that is your fault. You just didn't have a system. But now that you know this, right, you owe it to yourself and the people who need you to start using this system to claim your power and finally feel alive again, starting today, right? So now you have a choice. You can keep on waking up, dreading another day of a job you've outgrown, watching your confidence erode, feeling your purpose slip away, dealing with fear, exhaustion, and regret. Or if you want to feel fully aligned, excited, and proud of your business and your life, then here's what I have for you. My team and I have set aside some time to speak to you personally about how you can use the power system to build your premium coaching business starting today. Here's how it works. We'll meet on Zoom for about 45 minutes. You can tell me what's keeping you stuck and what you really want, kind of where you are in your business. And on this call, what we'll do is create a clear step-by-step plan for you to break free and claim your power and start signing premium clients faster than you thought possible. Oh my gosh, so sorry. And if you want my help implementing that plan so you can see results right away, we can talk about what that looks like. But if not, that's totally fine. Either way, you'll walk away with clarity on what your next steps are so you can get into action and just get out of overwhelm and not knowing what to do, right? We'll put together a step-by-step plan so you can get yourself into action. So, and by the way, this is not for everybody. I have two very strict requirements that you must meet to qualify for this free session because, this is free. So time is money. We're giving up our time because we truly do want to help you. I mean, it is my goal to help you. But there's only two qualifiers. One is you must be an executive or a high achieving professional or a leader who has some lived corporate experience, right? You know that you're meant for more and you're ready to step into the next level of your life and career. So I don't work with people who don't have lived experience, like who are just out of undergrad or something like that. And you must be serious about building your business and willing to invest what it takes to make it happen. Because I've helped a lot of women just like you achieve this, but I do know that it takes a willingness to bet on yourself. And if you're not ready to do that, then frankly, I can't help you. Cool. But if you are that woman ready to reclaim your power and finally build the business and life you were born for, then click the button under this video or go to lisamcphee.com/apply and schedule your free strategy session now. This training is, I'm not sure if you got it by email, if you got it from my LinkedIn, if someone forwarded it to you. So I don't know if the button is going to be below the video, but if it's not, you can go to lisamcphee.com/apply and schedule your free strategy session now. All right. In just a few short weeks from now, you could be looking at your calendar full of premium clients, feeling proud of yourself again, aligned with your purpose, and showing everyone around you what it means to rise into your power. You'll feel unstoppable, magnetic, and proud to finally be living the way you were always meant to be. Don't wait, book your call now. You can go to lisamcphee.com/apply. I'm Lisa McPhee, and I can't wait to talk to you.